Capricorn. I hope you're doing well. This is Anna, and this is your message for March. Better late than never, is what I say. It may not resonate with you, so keep that in mind. Don't force messages on yourself. It's not necessary. All right, let's see. You're balancing stuff, a lot of stuff, but you're managing. You have a lot of stuff going on in your life, but it seems like you're managing things pretty well. You're able to. You have this ability to turn a bad thing into a good thing, and I don't know that if you know that about yourself, but that's a quality that you seem to possess. You can make, like I said, a bad thing into a good thing. You're being guided to enjoy you're being guided to have more gratitude in the riches that you have. And you're saying, I ain't rich. Well, you have to kind of maybe process the things in your life that are blessings and see them as blessings. I feel like, I don't see a lot of negativity here. I do see that that's maybe something that you have trouble doing. Maybe you're so focused in keeping all things, you're juggling, right? That's the juggler, the juggle master, balancing everything, performing. You're doing a lot of stuff. And maybe sometimes you get so stuck in the doing and the managing, micromanaging all the stuff in your life that maybe you forget to stop and smell the roses. It's possible. You're being asked to do that. Tell me more about this. There may be someone in your life involved with an aspect of your creativity. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like for some of you, that might be a boss or a manager or something like that, that is being a little bit manipulative, or maybe a lot manipulative. I feel like there could be someone that is seemingly helpful to you, but behind the scenes, it may be a relationship you need to analyze or reflect upon. If you resonate, if that makes sense to you, there's someone in your life that can be a bit controlling and manipulative is the word that keeps jumping out at me. Use your intuition to deal with a person like that. They're very strong-willed. And I feel it has to do with whatever business sense, whatever career, work, business, something related to that. So that's why I said it could be a boss, a manager, a partner in a entrepreneurial situation. That won't apply to everyone, obviously, but this is maybe a separate, like a side story here. Keep an eye on that person. Yeah, I'm now tapping into someone who has a lot of attention. So I'm noticing someone like in entertainment, or you're a performer, a musician, actor, some in that realm, because it's feeling very creative here. So we'll tap into this a little bit more. I'll sort of analyze this separately. I feel like this still relates to the same person, because you're so distracted with the amount of work that you're doing that you're not maybe taking time to recognize the blessings or recognize them as blessings. So that's a side message here. This feels very specific. It's almost like, okay, this is a whole story. I'm seeing this may apply to maybe one person. Again, these private readings that I'm doing is crazy. This feels like, and you can interpret if this feels like this doesn't belong to me. Maybe it can resonate in your own, maybe the general message can apply to your specifics. It's possible. Sometimes you have to, in readings, you have to kind of dissect it a little bit, but if it really doesn't resonate, then for sure just push it aside. You know, it's not your reading. They're not all going to be your reading. I'm seeing problems here with a manager, a boss, a partner. There's problems. Like, it's almost like because this person is so busy, this person, someone in their life who has some kind of control of this person or influence on this person is taking advantage of something, because there's recognition coming for this Capricorn that I'm seeing here. There's a Capricorn that's getting fame, recognition, and fame could be within your own community. It doesn't have to be global, right? But it can be within your own dynamics of your world. You getting recognized for your hard work, for the work. If you're a creative person, you're finally getting recognition for the work you're doing, and attention and appreciation of your work. So that's a distraction for you to be so busy with those accolades and that kind of attention, and just enjoyment of what's happening, right? Like the fruits of your labor are finally coming in. And there's a person that you need to pay attention to, because they could be someone who can sabotage that for you. Again, if it's a famous person, there's a manager or a managing company or something, right? That is being manipulative in some way. And it's going to be some trouble. So this is serving as a warning for whoever resonates. Pay attention to the people in your life that are especially connected to career. Could this be school related? I don't know. Maybe. Yes. I mean, we perform in school, right? It doesn't have to be creative necessarily, although this feels very creative. Creative energy here. But you can be sabotaged or manipulated in school things. I mean, apply it however it applies. Eventually I see this balancing out, especially because there's this energy of being able to manage the chaos that you've put yourself in. Because this is deliberate chaos. This isn't just the chaos that the universe throws at you. This is chosen chaos. I'm busy, and I want to keep busy because that means for me success, that means potential, and that means enjoying being able to, I feel like this is someone who works in what they enjoy doing, what their purpose is in life, right? Because it's a very beautiful energy, and you're busy and you can manage it, and there's prosperity and abundance that comes with it. The side advice here is to stop and smell the roses every once in a while. Don't get lost in having to juggle. Don't get lost in the performance of it, in the juggling of all of these things that are happening in your life. Stop and appreciate what you have and the work that you've put into it. Appreciate those things along the way. This side story here is you got to pay attention. If you recognize that there could be someone in your life that really plays a significant role and whether it's, excuse me, directly involved or they've been very influential. It could be a professor, and then all of a sudden, if you're getting a lot of attention, so whatever, however that applies. I see needing to, I see a dilemma here. Now I see an additional thing. This person has been influential in the achievements that you've reached. So they've played a role. However, it's starting to get distorted behind the scenes. And so the dilemma is how to handle moving forward, whether it's having to separate from this entity, person, company, whatever it is, the difficulties will be in separating yourself, and I feel that might be necessary, because once it gets to this point of receiving a warning about it, it can get out of control. The energy has come out of control here. Because you're a good juggling person, you could manage maybe corralling that energy and redefining how that energy moves forward. Or you're going to have to make the decision to separate yourself from this situation, person, entity, company, whatever it is. Even though they've played a significant role in you being able to now have blessings that you have to be grateful for. Does that make sense? So it's something to think about. It's a little warning that you're receiving if you resonate with it, because there's a conflict here. So you feel conflicted that you have to maybe take that action to separate yourself from this situation here, because it's been crucial to you being able to come to this blessing that you're now juggling. We're going to leave it there. Are we? Give me one more here for the juggling and the appreciation and this side, in case they didn't resonate with this. Yeah, I mean, you're busy. I'm talking to someone here that's very busy, and it's all strategic. It's all planned. So thinking ahead, there's a big design. There's a grand design here, and that's why it's difficult. I'm picturing, for some reason, I'm picturing Nicola Coughlan. She came to my mind. I think she's a Capricorn. I forget zodiac signs of people. I'm terrible at that. Yeah, she's a Capricorn. I mean, I could totally see. I don't know what her management company is. I don't know anything about that. But I mean, it's a good warning, right? It's a good thing to pay attention to. This person here has a big master plan, and they're executing it really beautifully. Maybe not resting properly, neglecting personal relationships, perhaps, right? So that's why you have to kind of stop, pay attention to what you're doing, pay attention to the people in your life, establish or reconnect with those relationships that are important in your life, so that you don't lose them and then end up as a solitary figure where you have, yes, you achieved your plan, but then, there's consequences to neglecting important areas of your life. Everything has consequences. And so I guess everything is a little bit of a warning. Ponder on these things, right? How is this, how can I maybe, in other words, I'm getting stuck because I'm seeing a lot of stuff in my head. That's why. And it can't all come out. If you're dealing with this, make this part of the master plan. Include this. Don't just, because they are handling their part of the deal that we have. Don't just neglect that, because that's how it gets out of control. Oh, they're not paying attention, so I can do what I want to do and reap the benefits of what's happening here. Okay? All right. Let's get your guidance. I hope that made sense. you're obsessed with all the things you want to accomplish. I don't blame you. That's beautiful, right? But you feel like there's not enough time in a lifetime to accomplish all the things I want to accomplish. And sometimes you have to sit down and redefine your master plan to see what's okay to leave behind. What's okay to maybe remove from the checklist, the to-do list, right? What's really a priority? Okay, that's important. You definitely have a detailed plan of what it is you want to accomplish. For sure, you're a checklist person. But okay, so this is telling me here, there's people in your life, or at least one person that is rooting for you, but has always been rooting for you before you began to receive recognition for your work. There's at least one person that supports you that isn't part of this team, whoever this person is, or people. They're not part of what your process is here, all your lists that you have going on. So make sure you stop. Those are roses to smell, right? to ponder on. The people in your life that would be there whether you're successful or not. That's a good lesson to learn there. Good guidance to receive. All right, Capricorn, that was interesting. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next month. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.